Now today we'll do polar covalent compound, and after this we'll do coordinate bond. Now before coming to polar covalent compound, now polar means what? Polar means charge. Poles, dipoles means positive and negative. And if you know that covalent compound does not form any charge because there is only sharing. Say when I talk about say methane CH4, then nobody forms ions, they are neutral molecule, unlike ionic compounds. If you remember ionic compounds, say NaCl, now this NaCl is formed by Na plus and Cl minus, so we say this is dipole, positive pole and negative pole. They have a certain charge because due to the shortage of electron and excess of electrons. But in covalent compound, there is no loss or gain of electrons, so they are generally non-polar, no charge. But there are certain covalent compound which have slight charges in them. Say example HCl, ammonia, in fact water. So all these are polar covalent compounds. So that means they have slight positive and slight negative charges in them. Why is that? Now first of all you have to understand this term called electronegativity. What is electronegativity? Electronegativity means a tendency of an atom to attract the shared pair of electron towards itself. So that means the tendency of an atom to attract shared pair of electron towards itself. And generally, non-metals are electronegative elements and we say metals are electropositive elements. So non-metals have a greater tendency to attract electron towards themselves. And hence, metal here it is positive and it is negative, and there is a force of attraction and you get a compound called NaCl. But in case of a covalent compound, now covalent compounds are always formed between non-metals. So in case of non-metals, say nitrogen, hydrogen and hydrogen, oxygen, both are non-metals, so nobody have a tendency to loss electron or gain electron, they can only share electron. Now when this polar covalent compound occurs. Now polar covalent compound is formed when there is a large difference of electronegativity between the atom. Now if I say non-polar, just now I told you non-polar. Say non-polar, we say methane is non-polar. Now why methane is non-polar? Because now suppose this is carbon and this is carbon's 4 electrons and this is hydrogen, the structure of methane. So this is the structure of methane. Now in this case what happens? Now suppose this is the carbon nucleus and this is the hydrogen nucleus. The shared pair of electron is generally between at the middle. So it's not very close to carbon or very close to hydrogen. You know why? Because the electronegativity of carbon and hydrogen, there is no large difference. Say the electronegativity of carbon is 2.5 and hydrogen is 2.1. So more or less this carbon and hydrogen, they have same tendency to attract electron towards themselves. So what happens? This shared pair of electron is as much far from carbon nucleus as it is far from the nucleus of hydrogen. So this type of compound are called non-polar covalent compounds. So generally most of the covalent compounds are non-polar. But if the difference of electronegativity is large, say for example chlorine, the electronegativity is 3 In that case, what happens? The shared pair of electron, I'll show you, shared pair of electron goes more closer to the element, atom of that element having higher electronegativity. In that case, a polar covalent compound is formed. Now see how. Say HCl. If I take an example of HCl, HCl is a polar covalent compound. It's a polar compound. Now if I see the structure of, now this is hydrogen and this is chlorine. Now they share each other. Now here the electronic, as I told you, electronegative hydrogen is less and chlorine is more, and there is a large difference. So hydrogen is 2.1, chlorine is 3. Now when these two share their electrons each other, now the structure is like this. Now since chlorine has a higher electronegativity, that means it has a greater tendency to attract electron towards itself. And hence what happens, chlorine attracts this electron more towards itself. So that means you can say like this. So that means this shared pair of electron, instead of at the center, it's more towards chlorine. Now due to this, what happens, this chlorine, there develops a slight negative charge because the chlorine has just attracted the electron of hydrogen more towards itself, so it is the charge of these electrons. And since the electron of the hydrogen is farther from the nucleus of hydrogen, there develops a slight positive charge, so that we say as delta positive. So that means now you can see that a slight positive charge and a slight negative charge is formed at hydrogen atom and chlorine atom, and therefore this type of compound is called polar covalent compound. And what is the speciality of polar covalent compound? They conduct electricity. Unlike normal covalent compound, which are a bad conductor of electricity, they conduct electricity. Now why? Because polar conduct electricity, in fact, when dissolved in water, because water is itself a polar covalent compound. In case of water also, so that means when HCl is dissolved in water, now HCl consists of delta positive and delta negative, so there is a charge between them. Water also contains a delta positive, in fact 2 delta positive here it will be, and it will be 2 delta negative. Now due to this, what happens, when HCl dissolves in water, these charges interact with them and therefore they split into ions, and in fact they split in this way, H3O plus and Cl minus. And it is due to this formation of ions that this HCl now conduct electricity. What, understand? Okay. So in fact, polar covalent compound, when dissolved in water, they conduct electricity is due to the formation of ions. So in fact, this process is called ionization, because there is a formation of ions. So you can understand. So that means when a polar covalent compound dissolve in water, now water itself is a polar covalent compound. This positive negative on dissolving, they interact with each other and therefore they split. And after splitting, they form these ions H3O plus and Cl minus. In fact, first this H plus and Cl minus, this H plus and Cl minus, they first split, and then this H goes to H2O, and ultimately it forms H3O plus and Cl minus. So in solution, now there is a positive and negative ions throughout the solution, positive and negative, and now they can conduct electricity. They can conduct electricity throughout this, in HCl is on dissolving in water conduct electricity. So likewise, ammonia on dissolving in water forms ammonium hydroxide. It is also it also conducts electricity. So any polar covalent compound, unlike covalent compound, they conduct electricity. It is due to this property. Okay.